the precautions as of now.
Right.
That's what it's looking like to me. So yeah, I got more than one face mask, so I got like
Right.
at least 10 or something like that. But as long as I'm knowing what I'm doing, bringing gloves, doing what I gotta do, I'll be
Right.
fine. All right. Yeah, because I was also telling Reg that my job will be more than likely working under alternate hours
Right.
than what we were before, even though we'll be open in the afternoons
Right.
every like Monday and Wednesday. And
Mhm.
then on Tuesday and Thursday, we'll be open in the morning for like the homeschool kids and whoever else is coming in.
Right.
But I don't know how Friday, Saturday, and Sundays are going to work. I don't know if we're going to be closing early or opening up at a certain time during those days or what.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I hope you stay safe and just be careful out there. So,
Yeah. I just don't know what to expect going back to work because
mm,
I know we're going to have the capacity of people coming in to at least like 30%, but still, it's like still unknown, and we're going to have like a certain number of people coming in at a time. Can't be overcrowded or whatever. And then I don't know how all the employees and as well as the customers coming in
mm,
will be maintaining social distancing and stuff like that.
right.
But yeah, but hopefully we'll have everything figured out by next Friday. So yeah.
That's what's up. And people just gotta stay safe out there and wear their mask and wash their hands and
Yeah. Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure we're going to have a big sign on the door saying how many people are going to be coming up in and out,
right.
as well as them making sure they have masks as well as their kids. And yeah,
Right.
still maintain that 6 feet social distancing thing. But still, I don't know how in the world that's going to work, depending on certain spots in the place.
Yeah.
Oh, so I went a little shopping today.
Did you?
Yeah,
What did you get us, Reg?
I got an album that ironically I'm planning on reviewing.
Okay.
Morrison
Well,
Hotel from the Doors and
nice.
stuff like that. Also got me, I'm a video game head, so got me some video games and stuff.
Oh, dope. Nice.
Oh, okay.
But that's Battle of the Bikini Bottom,
Okay.
Tekken 7.
Yes.
Mm.
I'm a bookhead too, so I got Robert Greene's Law of Seduction.
Dope.
Mm.
Uncle
Okay.
Reggie went shopping today.
Yeah, just wanted to get out the house and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
Salute. Guillermo, what up? Christian, Ronnie, Sam.
Hey guys.
yeah, man. Sooner,
Q.
if anything, I'll probably do a collection video by October. If anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I ended up getting a CD sometime this week too. If anyone wants to see, I can run in my room and get it real quick.
Yes, I want to see what you got.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll be right back, y'all.
Yes. Ronnie asks, "What's your favorite album? What's your favorite song from the Doors?"
Oh shit. Favorite song. Damn. Give me a minute, Ronnie.
It's Ashley. Her name is Ashley. Gamer.
There's that one track from the Soft Parade.
Okay, I got it.
The self-titled Soft Parade song. That's my favorite track from them.
Okay.
All right, I got it.
What you got?
What did you get, Ashley? Ooh, Mo Money soundtrack. That's fire.
Classic.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard that in years.
Yeah, because I know it was kind of hard to come by, but thankfully a new copy of this was running for like $9.
Right.
Because a lot of people were overcharging it, like something outrageous, like 24, 26, or even up to like $30 for this.
I can believe it.
She wants to know if you like cartoons. Do all of us like cartoons or just
We all
Reg?
love cartoons, yeah.
Of course.
Yeah,
Well,
I
we're
like the
still
old
big
school.
kids at heart.
Yeah, the old school cartoons. I like.
Yeah, I like a lot of the old ones I grew up on, as well as a few of the new stuff. Not everything,
Right.
but yeah, cartoons aren't what they used to be.
It's like nowadays a lot of cartoons have an agenda these days, which I'm not a fan of.
Yeah, I don't know what in the world my 6-year-old nephew's watching, but I hope he's watching something that's very good and not trash.
Right. Favorite cartoon?
I got a lot
Masters
of.
of the Universe, G.I. Joe, Transformers,
Mm.
Voltron.
Batman the animated series.
That's a Batman.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one too. Ooh, okay. I like Darkwing Duck,
Dark
Hey
Knight.
Arnold, classic DuckTales,
Yeah.
and a few cartoons that I feel were underrated for its time, like Freakazoid,
Mhm.
Wayne Head, and
Oh shit.
yeah. You remember Wayne Head too?
Yep.
Nah. Winhead, what is that?
I'll send you the links for the cartoon once we're done with this try.
Yeah.
But yeah. Oh, and I know there's a lot of people's birthdays today on the 4th. Of course, Queen Bee's birthday's today.
Or-
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Yeah, she's 39 today.
nice.
Yep. And I also know it's Damon Wayans' birthday today. He's
Mhm.
60.
Right.
But he don't
Damon
look a thing like it. Yeah, he's 60.
60? Damn.
Wow.
I thought he
Yeah.
was like early 50s. Wow.
Yeah, because when I saw his photo, I think on Facebook, somewhere on my news feed, I'm like, oh wow, he's 60? He don't
Mhm.
look like it.
Black on crack.
Yep, exactly. And my birthday is 11 days away.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
Virgo girl. That's right.
Yep.
That's what's up.
Yep.
Yeah, I
We gotta do
know.
something special for Ashley on here, like have her host the show or something.
I'm down. Whatever
You know?
Ash wants, I'm down for that.
Yeah, but my birthday falls on a Tuesday, so
Right. That's good.
like, who you really know gonna be partying on a Tuesday?
Hey, it's not like people got shit to do during COVID, so
I mean, well, what can I really do under these present circumstances? Like,
hey, you can get drunk at home.
well, my mom did have think something, but she been threw it away, so it ain't there anymore. It was a bottle of wine.
Yeah.
Speaking of cartoons, you guys heard about the petition for the reboot of Ren and Stimpy not to air?
What?
Uh, why?
Yeah, because
I
it's
did
like a
not
lot
know
of
that.
two reasons. Because for one, people are tired of the reboots, and two, the creator of John Kay, he's like a child molester and stuff like that.
Is
Mm,
he?
And besides, me personally, Ren and Stimpy, when it comes to reboots, nah, after the adult party cartoon, I was burnt out.
Right.
I like
mm.
the Ren and Stimpy, like at least the first 2, 3 seasons of Ren and Stimpy. After that, it's kind of hit or miss. After
Yeah, I feel like now since a lot of nowadays we've been getting hit with reboots left and right, and pretty much at every turn, I feel like they need to stop that because they're not going to get the same authenticity and heart as it originally was back when it was good at its prime.
that's
But
right.
yeah, yeah, that's why I don't get that. And even though I was never really a fan of Ren and Stimpy. I think they just need to stop it with all that.
In the words of MC Shan, kill that noise.
Yeah.
So would you talk about Takashi disrespecting Tupac? Who doesn't disrespect Tupac? That's
That's
old
how
news.
What did he say about? Okay.
That's old. That's old news.
Uh,
everyone disrespects Tupac these days. It's not even funny.
I'm like, what did he do to you? I mean, but the man's been dead since '96. What is it about Tupac that got y'all bent?
At this point, I don't even pay attention to this nigga underneath and stuff like that. I'm just waiting for the day he gets popped, in my opinion.
Yeah, they just really just wasting their time and wasting their energy with that.
Because at
I
this
mean,
point,
it's bad enough that he's not here to defend himself, but you gonna end up dissing a dead man, really? Like you ain't got anything better to do with your life?
at least make a good song.
Yeah, Tupac had hits.
Mm-hmm.
Had the swagger.
Have you heard Robert
Real
Pendergast?
lyricists too,
Robert
unlike a lot of these so-called rappers nowadays.
playing Batman. Yeah, I hope it's good. I mean, they had to stop Batman because he got COVID. So
Oh yeah, I heard about that too.
yeah, I mean, I hope them. I mean, the trailer looks good. So hopefully, whenever it comes out next year, it's a hit movie.
Hmm.
Anybody like the Beatles? Yep, Abbey Road, classic
Yeah,
album.
later Beatles for me. I'm not a fan of the early Beatles like that.
Right.
I haven't listened to any of their stuff. Like, if anyone out there in the chat who listens to them, like, put in what albums y'all would recommend for me to peep.
Abbey Road, Sergeant Pepper, the White Album.
Anything from Rubber Soul to Abbey Road is what you need to listen to, in my opinion.
Yeah,
Okay.
John Legend, Imagine, that's a classic album.
I'm more of a fan of the Plastic Ono Band album.
Like that one was good too. That was a
Got
good
that
album.
dark jump.
Temptations over the Beatles again. What's that? Okay.
I can't get mad about that.
Reg Love is a big Temptations fan, so that's you have to ask him about them.
I know my dad got a lot of their the Temptation stuff, but yeah, but I think it's also too like he's listening to their stuff like I think long before the movie ever came out.
Right.
But yeah, that's how I got introduced to the Temptations through my dad.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna answer one more comment. Beatles can even play their instruments according to Quincy Jones. I mean, they weren't. Quincy said a lot of stuff. He said
Mm.
Prince was even a good piano player. So,
Oh wow.
alright, I'm ready whenever y'all are. All right.
Right.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of R&B Reviews. This your boy Reg in the building. Got my homegirl Ash with me. Got my homeboy Try with me.
What up?
That's good.
The album that we are going to talk about today is Marvin Gaye's his Lost 1972 album that was released in 2019. You're the Man. This was released actually what would have been a couple days before his birthday, and this was released in recorded in 1972 on Motown under Universal Music Enterprises. This was supposed to have been the sequel album to What's Going On, but the reason why it was not released was because of the fact for one, it was like way too political and things of that nature because mind you, Motown, Berry Gordy did not even want What's Going On to be released because of the fact that Motown was supposed to have been this label that was supposed to talk about love and whatnot. And so, since Marvin got creative control over his music, this ended up him getting like a $1 million deal and things of that nature. And he was working on hella projects, which also included like the Trump Man soundtrack and, of course, no Let's Get It On. And so, what ended up happening around that time was, that was 1972 was the year of the election, and he also was having some tax issues around that time and stuff, and he didn't really trust the government. And so, even in like the title track, which we're going to talk about, talks about Nixon and whatnot, and Barry Gordy pretty much says that they're just gonna shelve the album due to like its overly political nature and stuff like that. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole story with You're the Man. So certain songs from this album ended up being included in like what's going on. re-releases. Let's get on re-releases. Even like some compilations after he died and stuff like that too. Like songs like "The World," "The World is Rated X," "Symphony," "I Want to Come Home for Christmas." Those songs, like for diehard Marvin fans, they'll always in some compilations and stuff. But with certain like remixes and stuff like that, like Sano Salam Remy remixed a couple of tracks off this album as well too. And you also have like producers like Hal Davis, um, Gloria Jones, Pamela Sawyer, Fonz Mazel, Freddie Perrin, and Willie Hutch. Yes, the same Willie Hutch that made the soundtrack to The Mat, which was, in my opinion, one of the all-time greatest black exploitation soundtracks ever. He also made a soundtrack to Foxy Brown 2, which is another dope movie and stuff. So, yeah, man. Alright, so this album has about 17 tracks. So let's get this shit started. Alright, track number one we got is You're the Man. Very strong title track. Pretty much he is calling out the potential candidates at that time, like George McGovern and stuff like that. Calling out Nixon. Like I said, pretty solid track right here. Definitely had that like what's the vintage, what's going on style and whatnot. So I'll call this track a winner.
Definitely a great track to start the album, and it's real political. You got Marvin saying stuff like politics and hypocrites turning us all into lunatics. Don't you understand? There's misery in the land, and him saying things like if you have a plan, if you got the master plan, then you're the man. And I thought it was a great song. It's real soulful. It has like a '70s groove to it. Nice bass line, nice track overall. I love the background ad libs by Marvin, and just a real like track that we need right now. Like definitely that song like speaks to the times that we're living in right now. So a lot of songs on this album, for the most part, has that that it can definitely speak to these times right now. So I definitely feel like it was a solid track.
Very solid track.
For it to be not only the title track, it does speak to a lot of what's going on during these trying times we're living in. Yeah, is really political from start to finish. Absolutely. And it really does speak to what's happening now as it did back then. Because, I mean, come on. We're approaching a very critical election year. And a lot of what Marvin was singing about, we can definitely relate to right now. Because, I mean, right now we have a sorry excuse for a president going on right now. And it's time for this country to have actual leadership. And I feel like You're the Man speaks absolute facts throughout this whole song. And a great way to start off the album.
Yeah, very good way to start off the album indeed. Track number two, The World is Rated X, which is like an alternative mix. This is another one of those songs that's been circulated around, like the Let's Get It On remastered edition. Very, very, very sick song in my opinion. Like just Marvin talking about how the world is basically like in free for all at this point and stuff like that. Um, Love this track right here. Just the vocal on this track is amazing. One line where he says the line, the one thing that really bothers me the most is how we commentate the lives of other folks. The world today is in great situation. Dirty water, we can't drink dirty air. It's so unfair. Again, like very, very, very dope line. It's a very prolific line right there too and stuff. So I definitely love that song. The world is rated X.
Yeah, Marvin. Again, this is another song that speaks to what's going on now in society with a lot of since COVID happened, a lot of people going out there and shooting, killing, robbing. Just a lot of stuff going on in the streets now, especially here in New York. And this is one of those songs where you hear Marvin talking about, you know, what about the crime? What about the killing and fighting and stealing everywhere? And it has a nice groovy beat to it, and a very like impactful song for these times right now, and definitely one of my favorites on this album.
Yeah, I'll admit, "The World Is Rated X" is another incredible song, just like "You're the Man," that speaks to everyone, especially now, because it's kind of like Marvin was like foreshadowing what was happening, but not only during the time back in the 70s, but it's like, I don't know, it's kind of like he was foreseeing what was going to happen now. That's my take on it. And it's just like the lyrics are so true. And it's just like Marvin was just like telling the straight up truth, regardless of like what was going on. And definitely another powerful song that I like.
Yeah, definitely very well said. Definitely. Um, Next track we got is a piece of clay. This track was okay. I wasn't really too really big on this track right there, right here, and stuff like that. I guess what he's trying to say with piece of clay is how one should stand on their own and stuff like that, especially judging from the lyrics. Like everybody wants somebody to be their own piece of clay, just one standing on their own. But I don't know. I just didn't really care for the beat too much, in my opinion.
I think like when you hear the first part of the song that he's singing, he's talking about his pops. Him and his pops had beef.
Right.
Pops is the one that killed him, and you
Mm-hmm.
know, in that first verse, you hear him talk about, father, stop criticizing your son, mother, please leave your daughters alone. Don't you see that what's wrong with the world today? Everybody wants somebody to be their own piece of clay. And I think like getting from that song is just like Reg said, like you have to like stand on your own, and not at least from Marvin's standpoint, not worrying about what your parents think and how they trying to run your life. You got to be your own person at the end of the day, and be happy with who you see in the mirror when you wake up every morning, and don't worry about what people got think about you, or how they perceive you. You just got to do you. And I love it. um you had like an electric guitar starting off the song, and it was a nice ballad, nice beat. Definitely a solid on track on it.
Even though "Piece of Clay" is not a favorite of mine, I did in some way get what Marvin was saying throughout the song, but yeah, it speaks to people who feel like they have to live up to I guess certain people's expectations, like their parents or whoever, and just like I want to do my own thing, my own way, without anyone's like putting their 2 cents in on what I'm gonna do or say or how I'm gonna live my life. And yeah, I think that's something pretty much everyone can relate to. And then I guess lyrically, you see it through the eyes of Marvin himself, knowing what he was dealing with, especially in his relationship with his dad.
Right,
I
man.
admit this was a decent track.
I definitely see what y'all saying. Definitely. Track number four. Where are we going? Alternate mix two. Um, Self-explanatory, man. Very, very, very dope track. I love how those horns are played throughout the whole track and stuff like that. Just definitely gives the track a warmer feeling. So I definitely love, love, love this track right here. Definitely a very, I can definitely see this probably on like a Trouble Man soundtrack if possible. Like bonus track or anything.
Yeah, it was a nice track, real danceable, nice beat. Pianos was dope. The bass line, Marvin singing day by day, the work gets done day by day, the war moves on. again, taking it on that political level. And I thought it was like one of the solid cuts on here. I like the beat for a very nice danceable track. So yeah, definitely one of my favorites on this album.
Where Are We Going is definitely a favorite of mine as well. It's just something about it. It just seems like an easygoing track, I guess. Melodically, it's just, I don't know. It's just another one of those tracks that where Marvin is really speaking to our generation as it did back then, and I feel like this was like a hidden gem type track where it could have been like a possible single or something that could have been on the What's Going On album or something like that.
Yeah, I definitely see what you're saying with that. Actually, definitely. Like this even this track sounds like it could have been even made today. You know,
Hmm.
stuff like that. So track number 5, I'm gonna give you respect. Another vintage Marvin song. With Willie Hutch. Doing his thing on the production. Yeah, man, another like vibrant song that I fucked with and stuff like that. So yeah, pretty much, what I got from this track, I'm gonna give you respect is just the way he's talking about how it seems like he's talking to his lover and stuff like that, about all the issues that they're going through. And he said he might not always agree with the decision, but at the end of the day, he's gonna respect it at the end of the day. So that's probably what I got from I gonna give you respect.
Yeah, definitely enjoyed it. Marvin singing, I'm gonna act so naive when people tell me you're gonna deceive me, and Marvin talking about his woman and respecting her. And, you may not always agree, maybe in a relationship with a woman, but you should respect that woman. And yeah, I definitely enjoyed the track. Nice horns on it, nice beat, and I mean, let that be a lesson to people that's in a relationship or was in a relationship with somebody, and you gotta respect your woman at the end of the day. So I definitely think it's a powerful track.
I'm gonna give you respect. It I feel is definitely something that I feel Marvin had to learn, and I guess in his relationships throughout his life, and it definitely shows even on this track. And I like that it does tell men, I guess, you just really have to know how to respect your woman, whether she is your girlfriend or your wife, or if you were in a past relationship, it's just a lesson learned that, or a lesson that was needed to be learned on how to treat a woman. That's what I got out of the song.
Right. Yeah, definitely see what y'all are saying, definitely. Next track we got is Try It, You'll Like It. Um, that's a solid track. I didn't really care too much about this track either, so it was just solid to me.
This was a funky track. I like the guitar on it. The bass was dope. The beat. The horns on there was nice. Marvin singing peace, love, and understanding in the eye of the beholder. People are staying home with a chip on their shoulder. And again, like just talking about peace and unity and the times going on. With the government and poverty and people wanting to stay home and they angry. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you're not getting that receive that check in the mail, that stimulus check, you're gonna be a little bit pissed off. You ain't gonna want to go nowhere, and that's a track that it still holds up to this day. People are still going through the same thing like they did back in the '60s and '70s, and I thought it was a solid track.
Right.
Try It You Like It is another one of those songs that I feel is relevant to the times that we're living in now as it did back then. It's like, yeah, people are just like going through the motions right now, whether it's dealing with the fact that people ended up, I guess, being at home temporarily, or the hours got cut because of what's going on, and just wondering what's form of like income will be coming in and stuff like that. And it's kind of like hard to like say if you've been in the house like I have for like 6 months or more than that, and you feel like, dang, what am I gonna do now? It's I guess a relevant track for those who are going just through situations such as this. But even though I get the message what Marvin was saying, the song I guess just didn't really appeal to me like that, even though I gave it a chance.
Yeah, I definitely see what you're saying because, and that's probably another thing about this album. Well, about this remaster because I felt like with certain tracks they just threw on the album and stuff like that, and I feel like it just ruins the whole
Man.
piece of
Flow of it.
yeah. Because like I know a lot of these tracks was probably recorded like around the Trouble Man. I don't think a lot of these tracks was recorded specifically for this album, but
Hmm.
I don't know 100%. So, but none of those certain tracks are. Cause next track, what's the next track called? You're All That Special One, which is another decent track, but I didn't really. That's another track I really didn't really care for either, in my opinion.
It was cool. I like the background vocals. Real groovy track, soulful, nice beat, nice guitars. Marvin singing something about the way you look to describe you. I had to write myself a book, and yeah, it was cool. I mean, I didn't really it wasn't like really one of my favorites on here, but it was alright.
You Are That Special One is another one of those songs I gave a chance, but I just, even though it came off as like a sentimental track or whatever, it just really didn't pique my interest like that. It's a hit or miss with me.
Facts, facts. All right. Next track, We Can Make It Baby. We Can Make It Baby. It's a very silky track. I love this track right here. Again, Marvin's vocals definitely was the highlight of this track right here. One line I'm gonna read out to you what he says. He said, excuse me, just as long as we got that kind of love, we can make it, baby. Sugar, 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 sugar. Just as long as we got that kind of love, we can make it, baby. Yeah, I just like this track for a certain reason and stuff like that. I feel like it's very cool track.
It was alright. I mean, it was cool. Again, a nice soulful track, nice beat. Marvin singing. There's gonna be times, I know, girl, when the going gonna get a little tough, and I think it's like one of those, like the quote Styles P, we gonna make it. One of those we gonna make it type of tracks, and yeah, it was nice. It was a nice track.
We Can Make It Baby. To me, it's like a little sweet, sentimental song. Pretty much Marvin reassuring his woman that no matter what we go through, we're gonna make it, and we're gonna come out of it okay. That's what I got out of it.
Right, definitely see what you're saying. Definitely, like a very uplifting track indeed. Track number nine, My Last Chance, the Salam Remy remix. Oh man, so the story behind this track was this track originally was recorded as a demo during the What's Going On sessions as an instrumental. But then 2 years later, when he was working on this track right here, he says he decided to add vocals and alongside his then wife Anna Gordige and his collaborator Elgie Stover, they renamed this track "I Love You Secretly" um, for the Miracles for their 1973 album Renaissance, which was the first album that they've done without Smokey Robinson with Billy Griffin on lead vocals and stuff. And so it was later remixed in 1990, 6 years after Marvin Gaye died, as like a Quiet Storm, modern R&B at that time, kind of ordeal and stuff like that. So now you have Slam Remy doing his thing on it, and I feel like Slam Remy definitely did his thing mixing this track. I feel like it's like one of my all-time favorite songs off this album. Um, yeah, man, like I feel like Salam gets a lot of hate sometimes, mostly
What
because
what how did Salam like how was he able to he has like three remixes on here. Like how was he able to be a part of this project? Like did the Marvin's family go to him or he just did he go to them?
I wasn't really able to find a lot of information and stuff like that. But yeah, I can't even answer that. I was trying to find that answer myself, but I wasn't really able to find a lot of
It
information
just seemed
about
weird and it's like the way they sequenced the tracks, it's like they put his remixes like in the middle of the track listing, so it was like it was always it was there all along or something.
it. Exactly. That's another thing that kind of threw me off about this album and stuff.
Right. Yeah, Salam is a dope producer. I mean, I know listened to him like way back when he was doing the Ziggy. There was a rap group named Ziggy. They had a song called "Raking in the Dough." He produced that whole album for them. I think they had like one album, and then they broke up. Then they got back together. You know the Fuji stuff, right? Nappy Heads and Fuji La and all that. And he's done so many other stuff. The No Panty super group with Joel Ortiz and Bodega Bams and what's her name, Lady Scott MC. He's done a lot. You know what I'm saying? He's done a lot for hip hop. He's an underrated producer. You know, I just didn't understand like how did that whole connection with him and doing stuff for Marvin Gaye happen? Because I never heard about him doing anything for Marvin Gaye.
Hmm. My Last Chance. It's I'll admit this is definitely my absolute favorite off this album as well. There's just something about it that just seems so melodic and just I don't know. I guess the instrumentation that was used, that Salam Remy used to come up with this certain mix for the track, it just seems so hypnotizing to me.
Right.
And yeah, I always wondered about like how in the world was he able to do this? Yeah, I kind of wonder too, like what Troy was saying, like did he get in touch with someone in Marvin Gaye's family, or did they speak to him, or like how did that come about? I kind of wondered about that too. And yeah, it's just the flow of this album. It just makes you like raise some questions because it's kind of like they probably went into through Marvin's catalogs or whatever and just found all the unreleased, unused songs and just threw it out on this album here. Cause like if it was sequenced like I guess a particular way that it'll flow smoothly, then I could see that definitely like easing the transition along from track to track to track.
It should have been bonus tracks, the remixes.
Yeah, yeah, something like
You know what
that.
I'm saying?
Cause we've
Because
seen that
you can tell, like if you listen to music long enough, you can tell like the Salam Remy songs were not a part of this album originally. They just threw that on there.
happen.
You know, it's like it sounds more recent compared to you listen to a song
Yeah.
like Try It You'll Like It. You can tell I was done back in the
Hmm.
70s.
Yeah, man. I definitely see what y'all was saying about that and stuff like that. It should be definitely listed as bonus tracks, but whoever was whoever was sequencing the album gets an F, in my opinion.
Hmm.
Um, then we're gonna get into Symphony, which is another Slum Remy mix. Um, yeah, this is another dope track too. Another track that's been circling around a lot of compilations and stuff like that. Oh, Dad, be safe. Circling around like a lot of compilations and stuff like that. As y'all can hear, that's the legendary James Jameson on bass. You guys should know who James Jameson is. Definitely some of the dopest bass lines and Motown, part of the Funk Brothers and stuff like that. So rest in peace to him. Actually, he died like in 1983. So yeah, very dope track, and I love it.
It was cool, you know. It's melodic. It has a nice beat to it. Nice, you know, ad libbing by Marvin. I don't know, like the remix. I feel like the remixes by Salam. He just like wanted to like, you know, set the mood with some of these songs to fit with the other songs on it. I don't really feel like they stand out. But I mean, they were okay. It was okay to hear like Marvin over, you know, something recent from a producer, you know. But they okay. I mean, I don't really have nothing bad to say about them.
Symphony was definitely another favorite of mine off this album that I love. It's just something about it that just seems so. It's just another one of those melodic tracks that I feel like was I guess another hidden gem, if you will, because I know that originally Marvin and Smokey did worked on this song together, and I just wish it was I wish it was a little bit longer than 2.5 minutes because it was just that good. It just like left me wanting more.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Definitely. Definitely see what y'all are saying. Next track. That's probably the last Salami Remy track. I'd give my life for you. This one right here, I'd give my life for you. It's probably my least favorite of the remixes and stuff like that. I just felt like it sounded a bit too modern, in my opinion. If it makes sense. It just sounded a bit too modern and stuff.
That's what I was saying about the remixes. They sound too modern, like it's like if Marvin just recorded them. Like even now, when you hear them now, I mean, this album came out what last year, year before
Yeah,
last.
last year.
Yeah, like they sound modern. Like they don't sound like they were done in the '70s with a lot of these other songs. You know what I'm
Mm-mm.
saying? So it was like it was okay to hear Salam. I'm not sure why they added Salam to the album. I guess to get like the younger people. I mean, you should already know who Marvin Gaye is anyway. So if you're like a younger than us, if you're like in your 20s, I mean, I don't know how many 20-year-olds listen to Marvin, but if you're like over like 29, 30, 40, we should already know who Marvin is. So I don't really understand why they got Salam. But I mean, it was cool, you know. I think these would have been better on a remix album. If they were doing a Marvin remix album. Those would have been it would have fit on the album. But I mean, I didn't really like care too much for the Salam remix.
Yeah, I'd give my life for you. Yeah, this particular excuse me remix here, I I honestly don't even remember hearing this song because it was that much of a blur to me. And excuse me, yeah, and it just didn't. It just really did not appeal to me like that, to be honest. Because I mean, yeah, what Try was saying, yeah, it does sound like as if Marvin worked on it yesterday or something. It doesn't sound like he would have recorded or done it back in the early '70s at all. And yeah, I really didn't care too much for this remix here.
Definitely see what y'all are saying. Track number 12. Track number 12, Women of the World. Women of the World. This was another track. Again, I didn't really. It was okay, but now I'm getting to the point where I just feel like they just adding tracks and stuff like that. Because I don't feel like this was recorded for this particular album because it has maybe like a what's going on demo-ish feel to it. But yeah,
Mm.
Now the vibe I got from this song, like if you think of Destiny's Child, independent what's the name of that song? Independent Girl?
Independent.
Yes, Independent Woman from the Charlie's Angels soundtrack,
Soundtrack.
or
Yep.
if you think of Salt and Pepper, Miss Independent, it had like him. Marvin was singing about women being independent and saying hey lady, independence is your thing. You got the world on the string, and just talking about women being independent and doing them and not relying on a man. So that's the vibe I got from this song. It was like all about women independence. I thought it was a good song. Nice bass line. The beat was nice. A real soulful track. Marvin definitely sang it great on the song. I definitely like it.
Hmm. Yeah, One of the World. It's a song that I like off here as well. I feel like it definitely speaks to women of any generation, including my generation. Pretty much like, oh yeah, we can conquer the world if we set our mind to it and do anything we want to do. Certain things even without a man by our side, we can do it. That's what I got out of it.
True, true. I definitely see what you're saying. It kind of reminds me of that John Lennon song "Woman is the Nigga of the World." It low-key reminds me of that, but I feel like that was too far for reach in my opinion. But, track number 13, "Christmas in the City." All right, so the Christmas songs pretty much came
Mm,
about. There's a story behind some of these Christmas songs. So it pretty much came after Marvin was really like into like the whole Vietnam War, and he had his collaborator Forrest Hairston, was traumatized after looking at some pictures of the Vietnam War, and Marvin really wanted to make an album, a Christmas themed album and stuff like that. And this song and another song on this project was supposed to have been for the album and stuff, but as usual, it didn't really get released and stuff. It ended up being not this song, but the other song ended up being part of the whole Motown Christmas compilation. But this Christmas in the City, this is a very dope track. Kind of makes you wish if that Christmas album did come out and stuff like that, because it's kind of crazy too. Because they released the Jackson's Christmas album, but they didn't release this one. It's kind of crazy.
Right.
mm.
But that Jackson's Christmas album is a classic. I don't care what nobody says.
But when so the Christmas album is done, right?
From what I've looked up, it's done. It just this remains shelved to this day.
But was it like a true Christmas album? Was it a Christmas album dealing with like the war and politics and all that?
War and politics.
Right. So that's probably why they didn't release it at that time. You know what I
Shit.
mean? Because who wants to hear a Christmas album if it's not about Santa coming down the chimney and you hearing about the Vietnam War and all like that's what he did on What's Going On.
Facts.
You know,
Facts.
is this the same song that Mary did over? Because I know she has a Christmas in the City.
I
Um,
don't know. I actually don't know, to be honest with you.
right. Well, it wasn't even it was more of an instrumental. It wasn't even him singing on the song.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it was like, well, this was gonna be on the album. That could have probably been like the last track or somewhere in the
Hmm.
middle at some point. So I mean, it was all right.
Yeah, Christmas in the City. Even though Marvin didn't sing at all on this track, it was just pretty much instrumental. And I agree with Troy. This should have been like put as the last track of the album or something. But still, it just really all comes down to the how the track listing came to be and just the flow of it. It just seemed like 1 minute, yeah, we heard a lot of the original stuff that wasn't released back in '72. Then you got the remix tracks somewhere in the middle, and then somewhere when we getting like close toward the end, we getting Christmas tracks that
Right.
didn't make the final cut.
Mm. This album's just all over the fucking place, man.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. This album's
It's
really
a cash grab.
everywhere.
It's basically a cash grab from the label. I don't know why though. Like, is it to celebrate something? Like, why put this out for a cash grab? Because you can clearly tell by the track listing, this song all over the place. You got like alternate mixes of songs on here. You got Christmas
Yeah.
song on here, got Salam Remy remixes, and like it just sounds
Mhm.
like it was just put together.
Yeah, someone just like threw it all together at the last minute. This album was
Right.
put out as a way to celebrate what would have been Marvin Gaye's 80th birthday
Oh,
back
that's why I
last
put it
year.
out.
That's why they did it.
Yeah.
That's why they did it.
Yeah, also pretty much because you know Barry Gordy pretty much retired last year.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I
Yeah,
did
so
not know that.
yeah, so they're trying to like get release a lot of Sheldon Motown albums and stuff like that. So that is from an article I read. That's what I read about.
Okay. Well, whose stuff is shelved besides some of Marvin's stuff?
From what I know, damn, I know a lot of cats had lost. I know Diana Ross has a few things shelved and stuff like that. Mary Jane Girls had an unreleased album from the mid '80s
Oh
and
wow.
stuff. Who else? A lot of unreleased Tammy Terrell stuff. A lot.
Yeah, they should have been up and released a lot of her stuff.
Shit. But you know, they would rather release like 8,000 Michael Jackson compilation album. And you know how much I love Michael, but still, it's
Right.
just like,
Yeah,
It's
but
not
they
needed.
acted as if he was like the only artist on Motown. We have so many other incredible,
Right.
talented people and groups. Like, come on.
exactly. Oh, Ronnie said the Four Tops Hot Nights with Shell. What year was that supposed to come out?
Oh,
Shit. Yeah, yeah, hell yeah. That's because the Four Tops, they didn't even go to fucking California. They stayed in fucking Detroit and said that's when they moved to,
Right.
I want to
mm,
say ABC Records and stuff. So,
mm,
alright. So we also we had to say about the Christmas in the City song.
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. After Christmas in the City, you got You're the Man alternate version 2, which I felt like it was solid. I didn't, like I said, I don't really have, if, my opinion still stands and stuff like that about You're the Man and stuff. So I feel like it
I
was
don't
pretty
think I
solid.
don't think you need an alternate like mix for that. You know what I'm saying? Like what was wrong with the original mix? You know what I'm saying? I liked it. I think the original mix was better. I don't think the alternate mix on here was needed. You know?
Exactly.
Yeah, I agree with Try on that. It's just certain stuff that really don't need alternate mixes or remix for that matter. It's good as it is. I feel like You're the Man alternate mix should have just been cut out from this album. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Shit. Track number 15, I Want to Come Home for Christmas. It's probably, again, one of my all time favorite tracks off this album. That was another song that was supposed to have been for the whole Christmas album where he was did this song for like the Vietnam War troops and stuff. Yeah, man, very dope track, very heartfelt song from Marvin. Cause you know, like his brother served in the Vietnam War too and stuff, so
Mm.
that's pretty
Mm,
much where that feeling comes from and shit. So I like it. I like it for what it is. Like
mm,
the line when they said, "I want to see Santa Claus," or "I want to hear jingle bells." I want to hear jingle bells ringing, but I can't promise my eyes this sight. Like just imagine like being a soldier and in Christmas time, like you fighting in war and stuff like that. Just imagine that.
yeah.
So I want to come home for Christmas. It says this is like an alternate mix on Rap R&B Genius, but I guess it is and stuff like that. Like I said, I think this song's been circling around a lot of compilations and stuff too.
Did his brother come home from Vietnam War?
Yeah.
Okay.
Now this Christmas song I like because he actually sticking to the theme of the song. You know what I'm saying? You're not talking about you don't mean the whole thing with yeah, I mean it's real messed up if you're like, a soldier and you gotta you're stuck on the base or you're at war during the holidays. That sucks because you can't be home
Mm,
with your family. You know what I'm saying? But like for this song, he actually stuck to the theme. Like I like it. You know what I'm saying? It's a real soulful track. He sang it beautifully. It has a nice beat. And he says, if you can't make it home in time, I know you'll keep my spirits bright. I'll give anything to see the family and the Christmas tree. And just singing about how he wants to see Santa Claus and hear jingle bells, and that's what you think of when you hear a Christmas song or Christmas album. You know what I'm saying? You hear like when you listen to Boyz II Men Christmas album, Christmas Interpretations, and they talking about Let It Snow with Brian McKnight. That's a Christmas song. When you hear Jingle Bell Rock, that's a Christmas song. You know, the
Right.
TLC Slay, was it Sleigh Ride or something? Right. That's a Christmas song. So you wanna, when you do a Christmas song, you wanna stay within the theme of the holidays. And I like that song. Like that song would have been a hit on the Christmas album if it came out. You know, and yeah, that was definitely one of the best songs on this album.
Yeah, I want to come home for Christmas. It's definitely one of those songs that yeah, it does fit on what would have been his Christmas album here. And I remember hearing Neo covering this song in the movie The Best Man Holiday.
You
I
said
saw that.
Yeah,
Best Man
Yeah.
yeah.
Holiday.
You never saw that?
Yeah, I've seen that. I don't remember that song being played. I got to be
I
watching
don't
it.
remember that
Yeah,
song.
yeah, rewatch it again. It's somewhere in the film. Neo sings a cover of this song here, and I did not know that.
Neo was in the film.
No, no, I said Neo was
He was on the soundtrack.
singing a cover version of this song for the soundtrack, The Best Man Holiday.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It was a pretty good song, and I had no idea that Marvin wrote this song because of his brother being in Vietnam at that time. And yeah, I know I have relatives who served in the military, and I'm pretty sure they had to go through like a few years or so not being able to come home to their families for Christmas or whatever. And I know that sucks a lot.
Mhm.
But yeah, it definitely speaks a lot of people who want to come home and spend it with their families and loved ones.
Yep. I had a lot of family of my grandfather's nephew was in the military, and I have cousins. I had a cousin that actually died in the military, and you know um it's always like I said, like it's a sad thing, when you gotta mourn loved ones, that
Yeah.
go in and out of the military. So
Yeah, man. Like you gotta cherish what you have at the moment and stuff like that.
right.
Count your blessings. Give me one second. Y'all can go on to the next song.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then we get to track 16. I'm going home. This is one of my favorite songs as well on this album. Real soulful track. Nice guitars in it, nice beat, bass line. Marvin singing "I'm going home because somebody loved." Though I might be in rags, and I guess, like, again, it's like one of those Vietnam songs where, like, you might be a soldier stuck in the war, and it's been a minute since you've been with your family, and you want to go home and see them. You want to see your wife and your kids, and I definitely like that song, and the way that Marvin sang it. You can feel his pain on the song, and definitely a solid track on here.
Yeah, I'm going home is definitely another favorite of mine as well. It speaks to a whole lot of people because I know, especially through Marvin's eyes, he's singing about wanting to be able to go home to see his mom, dad, sister, and brother. And yeah, yeah, definitely. I'm pretty sure it definitely speaks to a lot of people who I guess who were or are in the military to this day and still be wishing like, dang, I wish I can go home, or I'm happy to be going home to see my family I haven't seen in either months or years or an extended period of time.
Yeah, definitely agree with what y'all said. I'm going home is another one of those funkier tracks off this album and stuff like that, and just how one tries to find like his inner peace when he goes home and stuff like that. I can definitely see like this track definitely being an unreleased take on what's going on and stuff, in my opinion. So, love this track. And the last track off this album is "Checking Out Double Clutch." This track was okay in my opinion. It wasn't one of my favorites on this album, but I liked it for what it was.
Yeah, Double Clutch. He was like talking a lot on here. He wasn't really singing. It sounded like he was
Mhm.
talking about like the new dance, or something, like the double, do the double clutch or something like that.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, was that like a dance from like the '70s or something? You know, because I was born at the
Double
tail end of the
clutch.
'70s. I wasn't
I
in
guess.
a part of that era, so more of an '80s baby. So I'm like, when he's like talking about do the double clutch, I'm like, what is that? You know, when he's just talking on the song. So I think he was just having fun on this song. It wasn't like nothing serious. You know, that's probably why they left it last on the album. You know, it was like a funky track. It was alright.
Yeah, checking out double clutch. I'll be real. I did not like this at all because it was just pretty much Marvin talking throughout the whole song here. Because at first I'm like, what is he talking about? Like I know I wasn't born and didn't grow up during the '70s and whatnot, but it's just like I have no idea what he was talking about. I don't know if he was like teaching a new dance move or something. I mean,
Man.
but still, it was just him. I don't know what he was thinking when he did this. It was kind of like honestly thought it was gonna be one of the tracks. Oh, maybe he'll talk a little bit in the beginning and then he'll jump into him singing, but that wasn't the case.
Yeah, I definitely see what y'all was saying about this track. It wasn't really a highlight to a lot of people, but
Mm-mm.
all right. So overall, mm, this is a good compilation because, like I said before, like I just felt like the remixes is what really threw the album off sequencing wise, but certain songs I just felt like didn't really need to be there and stuff. But at the same time, I feel like for any diehard Marvin fan, y'all should definitely keep this album and stuff like that. Nice, a nice part of your collection and stuff like that too. So I definitely like it for what it is. I'll probably give it like a 4 out of 5, Mike.
It was cool. You know, I like some songs on here. I'm going home and piece of clay. The world is name of that song again. The world is rated. I forgot the name of it. I'm gonna give you respect. Where we going? I mean, there's some songs on here, but you could tell like it was pieced together. Like there's some songs that you could say like it they fit, and then like the remixes from Salam to me didn't fit. The Christmas songs you could tell that was from something else. But I mean, it was. I mean, if you're a diehard Marvin fan, you definitely should have it in your collection. It was alright. It was cool. I would give it like a 3.5 or something.
Yeah, this album here, it had some tracks on here that I love, like of course You're the Man, The World Is Rated X, My Last Chance, Symphony, stuff like that. And then there were other tracks that just left me wondering why were they added, or to me they just didn't fit on this album. And it's just, and then too, the sequencing definitely plays a part in it too, because it's like I stated earlier, we got some of the original recorded stuff in the beginning, then the Salim Remy remixes somewhere in the middle, we and then the last part of the album we got hit with like the quote unquote Christmas songs and whatnot toward the end. It's just like it was just a lot going on. I feel like I guess whoever put this album together really didn't think it all the way through to sequence this album to the point where it will flow smoothly for people to really listen. But for anyone who really is a diehard Marvin Gaye fan, I'll um I'll rate this album 4 out of 5.
Yeah, I feel like that's a fair rating for it. Um, I'm gonna make a quick phone call to my mom so I could. So give me one quick second.
Okay.
Ronnie asks, "What's your favorite Christmas song?" That's a good question.
Mm.
Um, like I said, Boyz II Men, Brian McKnight, Let It Snow. Love that song.
Yeah, that's one of
Uh,
my favorites as well. But
I don't really. I'm not really like big on Christmas albums. You have to be really special. Like I had New Edition Christmas album back in the day on cassette. I had New Kids on the Block Christmas one. That was a mistake getting that one.
uh,
But you have to be like really like special. 'Cause, I mean, I'm not into Christmas albums like that. But you know, Boyz II Men Christmas album was good. That's probably like the last one I heard. I haven't really heard of like Christmas albums like that.
yeah, I'm not really big on Christmas albums like that myself. It just really depends on the artist or group who comes up with it and if it's good from beginning to end. I know my mom has the Boyz II Men Christmas CD, and I know she has Luther Vandross's Christmas album as well.
Mhm.
Those are the two that I've heard a lot in my life, and I have that New Kids on the Block Christmas album in my
But
room.
they in the sleigh. They all in the
Yeah,
sleigh. I didn't like that one. That was a mistake. I bought that off of the hype because I was like a big fan of them back then.
I think I've only listened to like two songs off that album. This one's for the children, and "Missing You Come Christmas." I haven't listened through to the
That was
entire
good.
album.
Christmas and Hollis, Run DMC, classic Christmas song. Um, I used to have my aunt. When she used to have her Christmas parties at her job, she would ask me every year, like, she needed like a song because she would play the Santa Claus at her job. She would ask me every year, if do I know any Christmas songs that she could play? And I remember giving her that New Kids on the Block album to play. I gave her the Christmas and Hollis to play, the New Edition Christmas song. So every year she would play like they would have like a Christmas party at her job, and she would like get songs for me to play at the job, like Christmas songs and all that. So
Yeah, some of my favorite Christmas songs. I like Johnny Gill's rendition of "Give Love on Christmas Day." In Vogue's rendition of "Silent Night," the hip hop mix. I like Luther Vandross's "With a Christmas Heart." "This Is Christmas." My favorite things. I like those tracks, and I like Boyz II Men's "Let It Snow," "Cold December Nights," and I like George Michael's "Last Christmas."
you remember when Boyz II Men was on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air when they
Yes.
sang at the baby's christening?
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
And what was the baby name again? I forgot his name.
Nikki.
Nikki. They sang at Nikki's christening, and they did Let It Snow, the acapella version.
Yeah, and
That was a
"Silent
good.
Night."
Yeah, Silent Night. That's right. They did Silent Night. My bad. That was a great episode. Um, Chu asks, have you ever listened to Michael Jackson album that came out? I have the Michael album actually
I
that
have
came
that
out.
album too,
You
and
got
I
that
have
one? Uh,
yeah,
that was 2010. I think that came out.
yeah, I think so too. Yeah,
I
yeah,
actually
because I
got
got
that.
the
I actually
Escape
got
album.
that for Christmas. I got that Christmas 2010. Actually, I got that. I only listened to it once though. I didn't really care for it. Um, this only song I like. Well, Hold Your Hand was actually that's an actual unreleased song. 'Cause I heard that like years before. Um,
Oh,
yeah, that's an unreleased song. That song was done when Michael was still alive. Because I heard that before that album ever came out. Because there was a time when he like during the 2000s he had went to Bahrain and he became cool like the Bahrain president out there, and he was doing songs with like Swiss Beats and Little John. There was a whole bunch of the producers, Jermaine Dupri, and there was a whole bunch of producers they said he was working with, and he was planning on coming out with new stuff, but he didn't get a chance to do it. But that song I actually heard like way back in the 2000s, so that's like an old song that they put on the album. The other stuff they did on there with like 50 Cent and Lenny
Lenny
Kravitz,
Kravitz.
yeah, that stuff is like. Well, I know Lenny when Michael passed, Lenny said that he actually worked with him, so that might be like an unreleased track too.
Oh,
But I mean, I didn't really care for that album. I don't care for the stuff after he passed away. I mean, because that's all put together stuff. But
oh. Yeah. Well, I know the Escape album I got. It's double disc because disc one includes pretty much the unreleased original songs he did. Half
mhm.
of it is like the stuff that was remixed by Timbaland, and the later half is just all the original stuff that Michael recorded between like Thriller,
Yeah.
Bad, all the way up to like Invincible.
Right.
And then on the DVD, it I guess it's like the behind the scenes DVD of how Timbaland, I guess,
Right.
mixed everything and
Right.
talking to, I guess, the people who I guess are running Michael's estate.
Right. Michael has tons of unreleased. Like I used to like go on YouTube and listen to like a lot of the unreleased songs. Remember when he passed away? They said he had a song. He made a song called Demerol, the actual drug that he passed away from. And I heard
Oh,
that song, and they never will release that song because he actually talked about the drug that he died from. And he had like unreleased songs with like Stevie Wonder and like different versions of like We Are the World and all that. So he has a ton of unreleased stuff that's not released.
yeah, I know Reg sent me one YouTube video with Michael having like some unreleased stuff from the Dangerous
Right,
album.
right. Yeah, he did a song with LL that never made the album. I
Yeah,
remember.
yeah, I did not know that. I heard that song too. My
Right,
favorite ones are songs off that unreleased Dangerous stuff. I like the first track, Mind Over Magic, and Someone Put Your Hand Out.
I haven't heard them. Those are
Oh,
from Dangerous.
I'll send that one too, because that particular song was on the Ultimate Collection
Okay.
album. Yeah, I'll
Um,
send that.
Sam said, "How old was I when I was I want to say I was like 11 or 12 when I got my first pair of Timbs. It was like I was still in junior high, so it was like maybe 12, 11, 12. Um, do you think of the duets, the final chapter? What do you mean, Q? The Biggie
Was
album you talking about? The duets, the final chapter? I
oh,
never heard it. I mean, I refuse to hear anything after Life After Death from Biggie. So I didn't. I mean, I remember when it came out, but I never listened to it. Do I like? I think Recovery was a dope album. I think Eminem really showed his vulnerable side on that album, especially like for the tribute he did for Proof. There's songs I like on it. Cold Wind Blows, Not Afraid, No Love with Lil Wayne. That's one of the best tracks on there. What's the other joint? Going Through Changes. I think it's a solid album. I know a lot of people encourage for Recovery, but I actually like this album. Favorite Christmas movie? What's your favorite Christmas movie, Ash?
um, I like I like Home Alone 1 and 2. I also liked the 1998 version of Jack Frost with Michael Keaton and Kelly Preston.
What are we talking about?
Someone asked what was our favorite Christmas movies.
Oh shit. Um,
This is my favorite. I actually got on Blu-ray the Home Alone set 1 and 2.
Yeah, yeah, I was saying Home
Remember
Alone
like
1 and
the
2.
slipcase and all that. You know what I mean? That's like one of my favorites. I love what's another good one? A Christmas Story.
yes.
With the guy that played Ralphie and his family. Ralphie wanted a BB gun for Christmas, and
Mm.
that's a classic Christmas film. Um, uh, There's a lot of them. It's a lot. But Home Alone 1 and 2, that's like my favorites, really. Especially like when he came to New York for Christmas in part two,
Yep.
Mm.
and the hijinks started with it was crazy.
Mhm.
Um, Favorite Casey and JoJo song.
Oh,
I love Jodeci. Like I didn't really care for Casey and JoJo on their own,
oh,
but I
really?
mean, yeah, I didn't really. I wasn't like really. I mean, cause to me it was like y'all need Devontae and Dalvin with y'all. Like why y'all going solo?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not every group needs to be solo. You know what I'm saying? Like so as far like I'm more of a Jodeci fan than Casey and JoJo.
Yeah, I didn't really care too much for Casey and JoJo when they went solo either. To keep it a buck,
Right.
Mm.
I
I
got
know Yeah, I know when they did go solo, they were wearing out All My Life to the point where I got sick of hearing that song.
Exactly.
But my favorite Casey and JoJo song is "Tell Me It's Real" and "Life."
Life
Those
was good.
only,
That's a good song. Yes, Life was good.
yeah, those
And,
only two songs I like from them
yeah,
solo wise.
yeah, I like that one. I like that
I
song.
also remember they did a rendition of LTD's what's that song dang it, dang, it's on the tip of my tongue. I know it was covered by someone else too. Dang it,
Right. Lately,
no,
no,
no, not that one.
they
I
haven't
know
done.
one of the songs I heard getting played a lot. Not holding on. It's something else. Mm.
Relapse was dope. I actually like. I think Relapse and Recovery were good. Like at that point, Eminem was already like shaky in his discography, but I definitely feel like Relapse was a good comeback album for him, and Recovery as well. But a lot, like I said, a lot of people prefer Relapse over Recovery, but I like both of them. So
Oh, I figured out what it was. It was Love Ballad. That's what Casey and JoJo did a cover of too. Dang it.
what did you think about the song they did with After Seven? What do they call themselves? Brimstone or something like that?
Milestone.
Milestone. You didn't like that
Oh,
song?
they did that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did that. You don't remember?
Nah, I didn't remember that shit.
It was on the Soulful
Soul Food,
soundtrack,
yeah, that's from Soul Food.
the movie soundtrack.
Oh, yeah, I gotta repeat that shit. I didn't remember that.
Yeah.
I'll send you the link for that.
I actually got a lot of links to send tonight, yo. You know what I mean? Favorite song from Anthony Hamilton.
Can't let go.
Coming from where I'm from, and his most recent one, Back Together, because they've been playing that a lot on the radio.
What's the name of the song he did with Jill Scott? I know he did one with Jill Scott like years ago.
So in Love.
So in Love. I like that one. That one
Going
is a
left,
beautiful song.
going left.
That was a great song. Why did a new Tupac album did not come out in years? I don't know why. I guess the state just want to be lazy and not want to handle his legacy. I don't know. I mean, I don't want no new Tupac album unless it has the original OG Machiavelli unreleased tracks. You know what I'm saying? If it's not the OG tracks, I don't even care to hear it no more. So.
That's what I'm saying, man. They need, because they said they were gonna release one earlier this year,
Right,
last year.
right,
Really?
yeah.
They
But
need to leave
but
stuff
who
like that.
controls the estate? Because his mom is dead. So who controls his
Yeah,
estate?
yeah. That's what I'm wondering. Like, who's gonna be running his estate since his mom is gone?
Right. Is it the Outlaws? I mean, they can't even control their own releases. You know what I'm saying?
What about his half sister?
He has a half sister.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Really? I,
yeah.
I don't
You know?
I don't know too much about Tupac's I mean other than his mom and Lil Preem. I don't know too much about his family like that.
Oh wow.
Favorite track off 702 No Doubt album. Damn. I don't even
I don't,
remember. I
I
gotta
don't
say
know their
Trio,
album
man.
like that.
It's been years since I heard that one.
Not a fan.
You not a fan of
Not
702?
No.
702.
Oh wow.
I only like that one song they did with Subway. You
Yes.
go hide and let me see. That's the only song I like.
Wow.
They were good, but they don't have a lot of hits, so they wouldn't be able to do like a
No, they
versus
only
album.
had 3 albums, man.
Yeah. They don't have like a lot of hits like SWV had or Escape.
No, no.
Favorite NWA album, Straight Outta Compton. Classic.
Niggas for life.
My favorite 702 song is Stilo.
Stilo was dope. I like
Yeah.
that. Get It Together. That was a dope song.
Yeah, that was a hit too.
Yeah.
I remember they
Favorite
came out Sister Sister.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, they were on Sister Sister, and
what
I
is?
remember they did a different version of Stilo for the Cousin Skeeter theme song. I remember that as well.
Nice and Skeeter.
Ronnie asks, "What's your thing about Marvin Gaye in My Lifetime, the last album on Motown?"
Very dope album.
I never
I
heard
haven't
it.
listened to that.
Favorite album from Busta. We're gonna be discussing that on Sunday night. ELE.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah,
That's
leave,
my
boy.
favorite album.
Oh,
I love the first 4 Busta albums, but that's my favorite one. The ELE album.
yeah. Also, for all my Busta heads, I finally got that list done. The top 5 pre-coming appearances and stuff like that. So that's debuting Sunday at 4 o'clock.
Tree, Say Yes or It's Getting Late. Say Yes.
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 That was a dope album.
Niggas don't talk about Flowetry.
Nah,
No.
they slept on. We did When Disaster Strikes, right? We did that one.
Yeah, we
Yep.
did.
That was like, when was that? Like May?
Mm-hmm.
I forget.
Yep.
Yeah. So you didn't see that one? Go back and look at that one. That was a great discussion.
Sexual healing, Ronnie.
Between the Sheets, man. That's a great song, man. Isley Brothers, everybody didn't sample that shit.
I know.
Ashanti sample that, Biggie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know, Fat Joe samples sexual healing too.
Right. For the second album.
Yep.
Didn't Big Daddy Kane sample it for Smooth Operator too?
Nah.
Nah, that was
That
for
was
Mary Jane Girls.
Sexual healing?
Yeah.
Big L sampled that for MVP, the original version.
Okay, Legion, you said Flying High is your favorite Marvin song. Okay.
That's dope. Yeah, Guillermo knows his stuff. He loves the old school music too.
Yeah, I saw a copy of Prince's Planet Earth album on Barnes and Noble today.
Right. OG copy,
No, this is the remastered edition.
a remaster. I know that's still available on Amazon, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That has like one of my all-time favorite songs, Somewhere Here on Earth. Oh my god.
Right.
I remember BET
Did he?
used to always play that video late at night.
Babyface, As Soon As I Get Home, or Whip Appeal? Whip Appeal.
Whip Appeal.
Oh God, that's hard.
Whip Appeal, man. That nigga was going crazy.
Even though I love both of them, I would have to
Love
say
both.
Second Home.
I wasn't a big Babyface fan as an artist. I think as a producer, he's a legend. But I'm not like crazy about his albums. There is one Babyface album I want to get, the one from 2001. With I was talking to Reg about that like months ago with Buck Wild of all people is producing on that and
Oh yeah.
Neptunes. I'm like Buck Wild. That just sounds weird. Like DITC Buck Wild on a Babyface album, crazy. And I never even knew about it. Like they barely promoted that album.
We should do a reaction to that next month.
Yes, that would be dope. That would be dope. I don't think too many people know about that album from Babyface. The president of Interscope controls the estate now. So Interscope controls the Tupac estate? I didn't know
That's
that.
crazy.
Wow. Rick James, You and I, or Give It to Me, Baby. Give It to Me.
You and I.
You and I, yep.
That was a great song too. Favorite Tupac album? Me Against the World.
Same.
Same.
Rhett, who got you into soul music?
I was just gonna answer him. I would say parents.
Your parents? Oh yeah, you did tell us that a long time ago.
Mhm.
That's great.
Hey yo, instead of doing a Jungle Fever soundtrack, I was just going to let's just review Hotter Than July next week.
Okay.
I'll probably do Jungle Fever another time.
Shaka Khan, Everlasting Love or Stay.
Everlasting Love. Woo.
Classic Shaka Khan. Anybody like Bobby Womack?
Of course.
Legend.
If you think you're lonely now.
Classic. That's a rendition that I like from KC though. That KC killed that track.
Oh yeah,
Definitely love that song.
I think everybody and their mama know that song.
That's like the best title in any soul song ever. If you think you're lonely,
Right.
Oh,
Right.
too far gone. Excuse me. Shit, these days, niggas know about the woman for the guy stuck with Sam Cooke's wife. So Rihanna did an interview saying that she still loves Chris Brown.
Really?
What?
When was this?
She said she still loves Chris Brown.
If that's the case, I mean, so why she not back with him so he can calm his ass down?
That's a good question.
You know, I mean, if you get back with him, you got to get married to him then. You can't go back and forth. You got to marry him then.
Wait, isn't he expecting another baby on the way?
Who, Chris?
Man,
Yeah.
Chris Brown is still in love with Rihanna. We all know that. You know what I'm saying? If you know Rihanna want him back, go get your woman back. Put out some great music. Anybody heard the song "You Will Know" by Black Men United from Jason's lyric? That's one.
Yes.
I don't know that one.
Really?
What?
I heard the soundtrack years ago. I don't have it though. I heard it years ago, but I don't remember that song.
Okay. That was good.
That was good.
Yeah, that song was good, man.
Frankie Beverly, Reason, or We Are One?
We Are One. Number one song from Frankie Beverly makes I do love. I want to thank you. Oh my God.
Ron Isley or Sly Stone?
What?
Man.
Singing Ron Isley, arranger Sly Stone. That's an interesting comparison. Shit.
Could Sly? I mean, you think Sly would do a versus battle?
Hell no.
At his age, no.
Hell no. In my opinion, I don't think so.
If Marvin was alive, what artist would he collaborate with? I would say John Legend. I think John Legend reminds me of him a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, but I don't know. You never know. It's like
that's right. We will never know.
Right.
Same.
And yeah, it just still blows my mind that he's been gone since. Like he's been gone for a very long time. I mean, the man would have been 80 if his dad didn't shoot him.
Crazy. Brian McKnight, Anytime or Back at One, Anytime for me.
Oh, that's hard. I love both of those.
Back at One.
Back at One. That's when he was in his prime.
Hard toss up. I have to go with Anytime, even though I love both that one and Back at One.
4 it beats 1, 2, 3. I remember when that song first came out and everybody was playing it at all the radio stations, man.
Oh yeah, it was everywhere. And then I know me and some of my friends from daycare, we would sing that song on the way to school.
Stevie Wonder, Talking Book or Songs in the Key of Life?
Songs.
Classic album, songs. But Talking Book, I have both of them. Talking Book is a good album too. Hotter Than July. We doing that next week, you said?
Yeah, Hotter Than July and Smokey Robinson's Quiet Storm.
Classic.
Yeah, it'll all depend on what my work schedule will be next week.
Okay, when will you know your schedule?
Well, I know we have a mandatory meeting on Thursday. I put down what days I'm available to work. and which days I'm not. And then my general manager will make the schedule for everyone, and then she'll put it on, have it taped up somewhere, and email the schedule to us who are still who choose to come back to work and all that. So as soon as I get it, I'll let you know.
Okay.
What do you like about Me Against the World? I love the production. Number one, the production with Moby doing some tracks like If I Die Tonight and Old School, and it was dark. I feel like Pac had like a dark side to him when you hear like so many tears and Death Around the Corner, and the songs were great. He wasn't the type to like he didn't need a whole album of features, so he can carry album on his own. That's something that's missing in today's music, and it's just an all around great album. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is not a bad track on there. Every from beginning to end was a solid track. You know, he was just in the zone at that point. You know what I'm saying? And I love it. I think it's one of his bad. He has more than one classic, but I think definitely feel like that's
Mm-hmm.
like one of his best classic albums. You know what I'm saying? So it's a great album.
Yeah.
Favorite Pam Grier movie,
Mm.
Coffee. That's a good one for
Foxy
me.
Brown.
I used to just like to watch Pam Grier naked. You know what I'm saying? Like, forget about the storyline and the premise. I just wanted to see Pam Grier was a dime piece back then. So any movie that she was in, I saw just to see her ass naked.
I remember that one episode of The Fresh Prince of Bel Air where she
Mm,
guest starred and shit like that.
right,
Oh yeah.
And then she had on that lingerie thing where you see her titties and shit.
right.
Sexy ass. And she never been married either. That's crazy.
I know. I mean, she was in a relationship with Richard Pryor and Kareem
Mm,
Abdul-Jabbar and Freddie Prince.
wow. Freddie Prinze. Wow,
Yeah.
crazy.
Imagine if she would have married him and
Mm,
if they would have ended up having Freddie Prince Jr. together.
right. He would have been half black.
Yeah.
Crazy. Usher, My Way, or Confessions.
Oh,
Confession.
that's hard.
I love My Way.
Yeah.
Confessions is great, but I think for me it started with. See, I mean, I wasn't big on his first album. Like I knew who he was then, but I didn't really get into him until like he took a couple years off and came back with You Make Me Wanna. So I think that was like that's a great album with only 10 tracks. That's a classic Usher album. But Confessions was great. That's probably his last classic album.
I mean, I think after Confessions, I mean, Here I Stand. I know a lot. I know that album had like mixed.
Yo, I got that the first day at FYE, and it's not a great album. I mean, it's some good songs on it. Moving
Yeah,
Mountains.
it's some good stuff. My
Yeah,
mom has that album too,
yeah.
but other
I don't
stuff
I don't
she
care for
didn't
it.
care too much for either.
It's not like a classic album.
I feel like it's underrated.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like
You
Here I
think
Stand
Hero
was
is underrated?
Yep.
Oh, we might have to do a discussion on this album because I never felt like it was underrated. I just felt like it wasn't good.
It was
Shit.
alright to
It
me.
was okay.
Everything after Here I Stand, man, that's where
Okay. No, Raymond versus Raymond. I think that's
It
his
was
last
good.
solid album. I like that
Yes.
album.
okay,
That
Raven versus
that album to
Raymond.
me was good. Yeah.
It had some okay tracks.
Okay.
You like Hero Stand over Raymond versus Raymond?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Wow. Okay.
Wow. What am I hearing?
Mhm.
Hmm.
We might have to do a little album comparison, like Raymond versus Here I Stand.
Yeah.
I think Raymond versus Raymond is a better album to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause we still got to talk about 8701 and Confessions too.
Right.
Yeah.
Yes. Um, Rough Riders Anthem or Party Up. Rough Riders Anthem all day. Never like Party Up.
I like both of those a
Like
lot.
both of them.
I don't know, just something about
And Party Up was a big hit for him, but I never cared for that song.
who else you read?
Rough Riders.
Okay.
That's the anthem, yo.
Yeah, even though I love both those songs a lot, and I know my dad now we both love the Rough Riders anthem, I would go Party Up.
That's the anthem, bro. Rough Riders. That's like his signature anthem right there. That's my ringtone. You know what I'm saying?
Billie Jean or Beat It.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, yeah. I know my dad and I was over this song.
Yeah. Michael Jackson, Billie Jean, or Beat It. Oh no, I can't answer
Oh
that.
God, come
That's
on.
blasphemy. It's both. It's both because I love that album. I'm not
I'll go
picking.
with Billie Jean.
I'm not picking. I can't. That's like picking your mom or your sister. I can't pick.
Oh God, I love
I have
Beat It.
one. If I had a sister, I don't have one. But I'm just saying, I can't pick because I love both of those songs from that album. Can you say Can you say Tupac and Kendrick collaborating? I don't know. I know somebody asked us that the other day. I don't know because I mean, like Tupac, there's people you think he would be cool with, and then he wasn't. And then there's people like you think like, oh, like did you see him collaborate? I don't know if I don't. I mean, I think if he was still here, he would probably give props to Kendrick. I don't know
Yeah,
if he would
could have been.
I know me. I know. I've seen interviews where Kendrick said like that he respected him and he that was like his idol. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if I could see Kendrick and Pac on a track together. I mean, maybe it would have to be something uplifting, not like no thugged out shit.
Right.
Right? Baby D, when will I see you smile again? Or I thought it was me. I thought it was me.
Thought it was
You know, I
me.
see your smile
Love
again.
that song. That was a
Oh,
good
yeah.
ballad.
What makes you think of that So Def remix I sent?
That was cool. I
It was
never
dope.
heard it until Ashley sent it to me. I was like, that was a dope remix though.
Yeah, I remember sending it to Reg, and I told him I didn't know a video of it even
Right.
existed. With
That's
just Ricky
crazy.
Bell singing it, and I don't know, it's just something about that beat that just
It
it
was
makes you
dope.
want to dance. Or
Dangerous Mind or New
that in
Jersey
your car.
Drive. No, I don't like none of those movies. To tell you the truth, I didn't like Dangerous Mind. I thought it was boring.
What?
I never liked it. Never liked the movie. I saw the movie. I didn't care for it. I think Nicole. Well, not Nicole.
Michelle
Michelle
Pfeiffer.
Pfeiffer is out of her element. New Jersey Drive was okay. Again, another. It's not one of my favorite hood movies. I didn't care. I like the soundtrack more than the
What about the
movie.
Dangerous Mind soundtrack?
I like that soundtrack more than the movie. I love both of the soundtracks. I like more than those two movies. I never cared for those movies.
Mm, wow.
The Predator. When you said, "Oh, Boogie Down Production, Sex and Violence," or Ice Cube, I gotta go with the Predator, classic Ice Cube
That's
album.
a hard one, man. I might have to go with Predator too.
But Sex and Violence, that was a great Boogie Down Productions album, though. We
Very great.
discussed that. I want to say we discussed that last year or the year
Yeah,
before last.
yeah, we
Yeah,
discussed it last year.
Predator is a classic. I love that Ice Cube album. One of his best. California Love or How Do You Want It? California Love for me.
Same.
California Love too.
Should I make a documentary on Me Against the World? What do you mean? Q, you a director? He said, should I make a documentary on Me Against the World, in your opinion, on Apple Music or Amazon Music? I don't understand.
I don't get that.
Or do you want to make a documentary or something?
That's what he said.
How you doing that on Apple and or Amazon Music though?
Right.
The
The
Whispers,
Whispers, Rocksteady, or In the Mood? Rocksteady.
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 Steady rocking all night long.
How do you make your own documentary on Apple Music?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like,
Patti LaBelle, Somebody Loves You, or If Only You Knew. If
somebody.
Only You Knew. We just talked about that album too on
Yes.
Burning album. That was what, Monday? We did that? Not Monday. Last week. Friday or
We
something?
talked about that last week.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
Loki.
Mhm.
I was thinking about this whole top 50 Stevie Wonders albums, that Stevie Wonder songs and stuff like that.
Right.
I was thinking about doing it, but I think that's gonna be hard as fuck.
Top 30 Stevie Wonder songs of all time.
50. That's what Ronnie
Top
asked.
50 songs of all time.
50. Oh wow.
That's
Yeah,
what Ronnie asked. Top 50 Stevie Wonder songs.
Mm.
I gotta be on cocaine or that or something for that. The last time we did top 50 was like 6 hours long. We have to split it up in two
Yeah,
parts.
we had to split it in 2 parts. Remember?
Right.
Dang.
If we do that, it might have to pre-record it like on Zoom. Excuse me.
That
Right.
should be up the
Because, I
weekend.
mean,
When was this?
we did not expect to be on live for that long.
Man, yo,
Oh yeah, I heard about the Usher whooping the Weekend's ass one time.
why?
What?
About what? Whoa, how did that happen?
I think because I don't know, but something about stealing songs or some shit.
Oh
Oh,
yeah, I heard about that accusation like over the summer. He said that the weekend was like. I don't feel like the weekend sound like Usher in no way. So why does he feel like the weekend stealing his songs?
Hell no.
So he really beat him. Is that why the weekend's walking around with the blood
That's
on his?
all.
He was at the VMAs in that same outfit from the videos with the blood and the bandages on it. Like I don't
mm.
understand that. Maybe it's not makeup after all. Maybe Usher really fucked him up. Guy groove me or I like groove me.
Groovy.
I like.
First time I heard. First time hearing just a quick visit. I'm a progressive rock guy from Finland. I definitely like Marvin Gaye, etc. It's 6:43 a.m. and I've been up all night. Take care and have a great weekend. Okay, Vimana.
Yeah, nice to
So
meet you, man.
damn,
Oh,
from Finland. You got Finland fans on the channel, bro.
For real.
Shout out to Finland.
yeah. What's the time difference between Finland and us?
Well, you said 6:43 a.m. right now.
They're like
Oh,
7 hours ahead, I guess.
yeah. Because it's 11:45 here.
112 anywhere or peaches and cream.
Peaches and cream.
I'm
I
going with
love both of them, man. Shit. Minus Little Zane, I love anywhere. I don't like Little Zane.
Who don't like him? To be real, come on.
Zany Zane.
I never got into him. To be
Me
real.
neither.
Whitney, I want to dance with somebody, or I will
Yeah.
always love you. I will
Like
always
this.
love
Ooh, that's hard. I will always love you.
I got tired of hearing that song because it was everywhere.
Yeah,
I'm gonna think I wanted
after
to.
a while it did get
Yo,
overplayed.
that song was everywhere. Everywhere that video was played, it was in video, it was in commercials. Everywhere you could not escape that when you listen.
Yep.
you. And I.
You know what I'm saying? You had neighbors playing it. You had cars
Still
driving by playing it.
I'll think of you. I'll think of you.
People bought that soundtrack just for that one song.
That is
Oh
true.
wow.
You know what I'm saying? Not knowing there's other people on the soundtrack.
Yeah.
The Temptations, My Girl or Papa Was a Rolling Stone.
Ooh, that's hard.
I like My Girl. My
Yeah.
Girl is-
Yeah. I for some reason I like it when they did it in the Temptations movie at the end.
Right.
For some reason, I don't know why.
Favorite Jagged Edge, Let's Get Married or Promise. Let's Get Married. Another
Promise.
song overplayed.
I like the remix of "Let's Get Married"
Back to
versus
remix.
the original.
I didn't really care for the remix. I don't feel like when you do a song like that. I mean, I understand they did it because I mean, like I've been to weddings where after the weddings you go to the
Mhm.
reception, people let their hair down, they dance. I get that part, but for a love song, I feel like "Let's Get Married" is like a marriage theme song now. Like people have used that.
I know, but some people like either the original or the remix
Right.
or they wanted to have it played at their wedding reception. It's on them. But to me, I like the remix of that more, and I like the song "Promise."
The Promise is good.
Yeah, I like that one.
Genuine Pony or Jodie C. Jodie C for me, Freaking You. Both versions, the original and the remix with Rain Ghost.
I got sick of Pony, to be honest with you. I'm sorry.
Pony got a little tiring after a while.
Yeah.
What about Tupac in the Game? What about them?
Will they collaborate?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I could see that. I could see Pac and Game collaborating. But Game always felt like Game was always like an underlying feeling to me. Like when he came out, he was like, you know, I don't want to say ass kissing, but he was like man, dropping the whole name dropping thing, and I felt like that was like his way of trying to getting cool with artists he grew up on, like Nas and them. You know what I'm saying?
Same.
You have like NWA tattoos, and he was never part of NWA. I don't understand it.
Mm,
I'm
that's
like, shit.
stupid.
I grew up on Looney Tunes. I'm not gonna get Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck tatted on me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't know. I just felt like that was his way of ass kissing the industry and name drop, and he's been doing it forever.
Or he'll say some shit like, "This is gonna be my chronic, my all eyes on me," all that bullshit.
Mm.
Oh, Q was saying they're making a documentary on Me Against the World.
When?
I didn't know that. Apple Music.
Wait,
I didn't hear about that.
how they gonna put a documentary on Apple Music?
Y'all better have fucking Easy Mo B. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
But
They,
listen, y'all, I'm actually about to end it off for the night because StreamYard limits and stuff like
oh yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So appreciate this. This was definitely like a lot of fun
Yep.
and whatnot. This Sunday, Busta Rhymes ELE. Y'all don't want to miss that and shit. Like y'all do not want to miss that.
Yep.
Stay tuned for more stuff. Make sure y'all donate to the Patreon, and hopefully everyone has a good night and a safe weekend. Peace.
Peace.